Hey man, let's have a real conversation. No sugarcoating, no fluff, just raw truth. If you're in a situation where you're giving everything, your time, your energy, your loyalty, and she's giving you breadcrumbs, mixed signals, or flat out disrespect, then this message is for you. Because what you're dealing with isn't love, it's emotional starvation. And the truth is, you're holding on to a woman who doesn't value you because deep down, you don't believe you deserve better. But let me tell you something, you do. And detaching from a woman who can't see your worth isn't weakness. It's one of the most powerful things a man can do. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you start caring about yourself more. It means you stop allowing her moods, her distance, her inconsistency to dictate how you feel about yourself. Because here's the truth, man, a woman who truly values you won't confuse you. She won't make you guess. She won't disappear and expect you to chase. She won't make you earn what should be given freely: respect, effort, and consistency. So if you're in a dynamic where you're constantly overthinking, questioning, or pleading, what you're really doing is slowly abandoning your own self-respect. The first step to detachment is radical honesty. Stop telling yourself stories to justify her behavior. She's just busy. She's been hurt before. She doesn't know how to express love. Brother, stop. You're not her therapist. You're not her fixer. You're a man with value, and your emotional energy is not a rehab center for broken communication patterns. You've got to stop romanticizing her potential and start evaluating her pattern. Does she meet you halfway? Does she reciprocate? If not, stop negotiating your worth. Detachment begins when you see things clearly. You have to reclaim your focus. You've been pouring everything into her, your thoughts, your time, your attention, and that's exactly why detachment feels impossible, because she became your emotional anchor, your default thought, your craving. But here's the thing, she's not your purpose. And the moment you put a woman at the center of your life, you lost your center. That's why detachment feels so hard. It's not her you can't let go of. It's the version of yourself that believes she was the answer. Stop stalking her social media. Stop rereading old messages. Stop watching her stories, hoping she'll post something that secretly means she misses you. That's not strength, that's emotional self-harm. Every time you go back, you're reinforcing the emotional addiction. You're tying your peace to someone who doesn't even think about your pain. You have to create distance, emotional, digital, physical, because healing doesn't happen while you're still bleeding on her timeline. Now, here's the truth, most guys won't admit, a part of you enjoys the pain. Because the pain means you still feel connected. The sadness, the anger, the overthinking, it all keeps her alive in your mind. But detachment means choosing to feel nothing, choosing neutrality, and neutrality doesn't happen overnight. It's a discipline. Every time you want to reach out, you don't. Every time you want to check on her, you remind yourself she didn't check on you. That's the path to detachment. Repetition, resistance, rebuilding. Understand this clearly. She knows you care. She knows you're hurting. And if she truly valued you, she'd respond with empathy, not silence. She wouldn't let you drown in confusion. She wouldn't weaponize her distance. So the longer you chase her, the deeper you're reinforcing her disrespect. Because people don't value what's always available. And the man who begs for crumbs loses his ability to command respect. You've got to stop being emotionally cheap. Detachment begins when you shift your identity. Stop thinking of yourself as the man who got rejected, overlooked, or replaced. Start becoming the man who's so focused on building, so grounded in purpose, that he doesn't have time for emotional inconsistency. You are not broken. You are not unworthy. You're just misaligned. You gave to someone who couldn't receive it. That's not a reflection of your value. It's a reflection of hers. Your peace is priceless, brother. And any woman who disrupts it regularly is too expensive to keep. Love isn't supposed to feel like anxiety. You shouldn't be questioning your worth daily. If you're always walking on eggshells, second-guessing your words, or replaying arguments in your head, that's not connection, it's emotional captivity, and detachment is your jailbreak. You don't need closure. You don't need a final conversation. You need silence. You need distance. You need to remind yourself that you're not here to be tolerated. You're here to be chosen. Start redirecting your attention. Every time you want to think about her, get up, move, lift, build, learn, execute, create. Because detachment isn't just about cutting her off, it's about reinvesting in yourself. You've been starving your own mission, waiting on her validation. That ends today. The new standard is simple. If she doesn't value me, she doesn't get access to me. No half energy, no halfway love, no unfinished conversations. If she can't show up fully, she doesn't get the privilege of standing beside you. You have to embrace the discomfort. Detachment is painful in the beginning because your ego is addicted to her. You built routines around her. You fantasized a future with her. You made her your emotional drug, and now you're detoxing. But pain is part of the purge. Feel it, but don't feed it. Don't turn it into longing. Turn it into fuel. Every ache in your chest is a reminder. This is the cost of loving someone who didn't love you back. And you're done paying that debt. Remember this, she's not special if she didn't see your value. No matter how beautiful, smart, charming, or funny she was, if she couldn't appreciate your consistency, your loyalty, your presence, then she's not the one. Because the woman who's meant for you will see it, she'll feel it, she'll match it, and she'll never make you doubt your worth to keep her attention. Start rebuilding your frame. That means emotional self-control. No more reacting, no more outbursts, no more emotional texts at midnight. You hold the line, you stay composed. That doesn't make you heartless, it makes you solid, because women respect the man who doesn't fold under pressure, the man who stays calm when tested. That's who you're becoming, that's who can't be manipulated, that's the man who never again begs for attention. This isn't about revenge, this isn't about proving anything, this is about choosing yourself, walking away, not because you stopped caring, but because you care too much to be disrespected. It's about raising your standards so high that emotional inconsistency disqualifies her. It's about being so in love with your life, your mission, your future, that no woman becomes the center of your self-worth again. And don't fall for the trap of staying friends. That's emotional slavery disguised as maturity. If she didn't value you in love, she doesn't deserve your loyalty in neutrality. Friendship is a gift, not a consolation prize. Detachment means cutting access. You don't owe her a soft landing, you owe yourself a clean break. One where your dignity stays intact. You'll be tempted to go back, to text, to call, to see if she's changed, but she hasn't. Because women only value what they fear losing, and as long as she knows you're waiting in the wings, there's no urgency, no respect, so you disappear. Not out of spite, but out of self-respect. And if she comes back, you don't let emotion decide, you let her consistency over time prove if she's different. Detachment means choosing evidence over emotion. Every day you'll get stronger, the silence will get easier, the memories will fade, and eventually you won't miss her, you'll miss who you were before she broke you. But that version of you, he's not lost, he's being rebuilt, stronger, wiser, sharper, detached not just from her, but from the need to be needed. That's the man who can't be played again. That's the man who sets the standard. One day she'll realize what she lost, but by then it won't matter, because you won't be the same man she left. You'll be someone she no longer has access to, and not because you're bitter, but because you outgrew the version of you that settled for being an option. You'll look back, not with resentment, but with gratitude, because her inability to value you forced you to finally value yourself. This is your moment, your line in the sand. You're not chasing anymore. You're not begging. You're not hoping she sees your worth. You know your worth. And from this day forward, that knowledge will guide your every decision, every relationship, every interaction. You will never again overextend for someone who underappreciates you. You're not just detaching from her, you're detaching from the version of you who tolerated less than you deserved. So if she doesn't value you, let her go. Not with anger, not with pain, but with power. You gave your all, and she showed you that wasn't enough for her. But that's okay, because from now on, you give that same energy to someone who sees it, values it, and reciprocates it. That's how you win, not by forcing love, but by choosing peace. And that, brother, is the highest form of detachment there is.